Tonight's story is one that has left fans of Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug completely speechless. A story of love, betrayal, and heartbreak unfolding in real time. Because yes, the rumors are true. Mariah the Scientist has officially broken up with Young Thug after a shocking leaked prison call revealed his infidelity. And if that wasn't enough, Thug himself has now spoken out publicly with an emotional apology that has left the internet divided. But before we dive all the way in, let's wait and watch this leaked clip together so you can see exactly what has everyone talking.
Hold up, she's one of my little girls. She posted stuff on the internet at my condo from a long time ago. Mariah, I called Mariah the morning. She's like, man, girls posting in your condo. I'm like, oh my God, I hung up on her. I'm gonna dunk on you. Cause I'm in jail, baby. You told me about a girl in the condo a minute ago. I'm like, cut it out. It wasn't a minute ago though. It was day before I got locked up, man. But it's a minute ago. It's been a month and a half. Whatever happened, it has been a month and a half. You can cut that out.
Sure, whatever happened.
Whatever happened, it's been a month and a half. It's been a month and 15 days. So whatever she's doing, man. Well, it's been a month, like 8-10 days or something like that. Like, whatever happened, I ain't doing it with her. So, what to do?
That came with them jail videos, all that stuff. It was a lot.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh, it was too much.
Yeah.
You know, it almost was the end. Honestly, I feel like we were, what's the word I want to use? Exploited. I feel like what we went through was exploited. I feel like people have taken advantage of a really trying time.
Yeah.
And use it for their benefit or use it to ridicule or scrutinize us, specifically me sometimes, and even now him. And I think that it's unfair to be so judgmental, especially when they don't know us at all. They don't know me, you know, and I feel like a lot of people feel like that was a dumb decision for me to do that. But guess what? It's my decision. And if it works out, then great.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, then okay, cool. People they just really played into it the worst way. And I feel like some people like try to make it joking, like make it fun and funny and make light of it. But it's still like, I was really upset about that.
Oh, man.
In the apology, Young Thug poured his heart out saying, and I quote, "My baby, I was wrong and I'm sorry for what I put you through. You deserved better from me. Thank you for everything, and I will do anything to make this work. You showed me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all of this. Please give her peace." Those are heavy words, and fans are asking, is it too late for love to be saved? Let's break this down step by step. Mariah and Young Thug's relationship has always been complicated, admired, and scrutinized. When she first went public about their romance, many fans warned her that being with Thug meant signing up for chaos. But Mariah stood tall, defending him at every turn, even when he faced his ongoing legal battles. She became a loyal partner, often showing up in court to support him, often putting her own reputation on the line just to stand by his side. To fans, she looked like the definition of ride or die. But as the leaked prison call revealed, loyalty wasn't always a two-way street. The call, which has now gone viral, shows Thug casually admitting to cheating while speaking behind bars. It wasn't even a rumor or speculation. His own words confirmed it. And for Mariah, who has sacrificed so much for him, that was the final straw. Social media immediately erupted. On one side, you had people defending Mariah, praising her strength and saying she deserves so much better. On the other, you had Thug fans insisting that even though he messed up, his apology shows growth and genuine regret. But here's the problem. Is sorry enough when the betrayal runs this deep? Mariah hasn't said much publicly beyond confirming the breakup, but her silence speaks volumes. Insiders close to her claim she feels humiliated, betrayed, and heartbroken. Not just because of the cheating itself, but because the whole world now knows about it. And then came the apology. A message straight from Thug that seemed designed not only for Mariah, but for the public as well. It wasn't a cold statement written by a lawyer, it was raw, emotional, and painfully honest. For some, that was enough to give him credit. For others, it was too little, too late. This entire situation is giving fans déjà vu because it's not the first time a celebrity couple has imploded under the spotlight of fame, loyalty, and scandal. But something about this one feels different. Maybe because Mariah seemed so genuinely in love. Maybe because she defended him when the world turned its back. Or maybe because we're all watching her go through the universal pain of betrayal. Except it's happening in front of millions. And here's where the cliffhanger begins. Can this apology fix anything, or is this truly the end? Because as we all know, words are powerful, but actions speak louder. And when you're behind bars, the only thing you really have left are your words. The reaction online has been nothing short of explosive. As soon as the leaked prison call surfaced, Mariah's name trended worldwide on Twitter. Fans flooded her comments with messages of support, writing things like, "Mariah, you deserve the world," and "Never settle for less than the love you give." Others took it further, demanding that she cut ties with Thug permanently, saying loyalty shouldn't mean sacrificing your self-respect. But of course, not everyone was sympathetic. In the dark corners of social media, critics resurfaced old interviews where Mariah defended Thug despite his controversies. They argued she should have known better, that dating a rapper with his history comes with risks. These comments added insult to injury, turning what should have been a private heartbreak into a very public debate. Meanwhile, hip-hop blogs and gossip channels fanned the flames. Screenshots of the leaked call spread like wildfire, with captions like, "Thug admits what fans already suspected," and "Mariah caught in the crossfire of love and loyalty." The more the story spread, the harder it became for Mariah to hide from the noise. Insiders close to Mariah revealed that she's devastated, not just because of the betrayal, but because she genuinely believed in their love story. For her, this wasn't just a relationship, it was proof that even someone as troubled as Thug could be loved deeply and unconditionally. And that's exactly what makes the betrayal sting 10 times harder. And let's not forget, Mariah's career is on the rise. She's an R&B darling with a growing fan base, critical acclaim, and a reputation for writing brutally honest love songs. Which means, yes, you can expect her pain to spill into her music. Fans are already predicting her next album will be a masterpiece of heartbreak, comparing her potential comeback to the likes of Mary J. Blige or Jasmine Sullivan. But here's where things get even more controversial. Some fans are questioning whether Thug's apology was genuine, or if it was a calculated move to control the narrative. After all, he didn't just apologize privately, he made sure the world saw it. Was it about making peace with Mariah? Or was it about saving face with the public? Because let's be real, Thug's words were powerful. "You showed me what love is. I hope I haven't lost you forever." Those are the kind of lines that could melt anyone's heart. But when they come after betrayal, do they carry the same weight? Or do they feel like too-late poetry written to clean up a mess that shouldn't have been made in the first place? And while Thug begged fans to leave her out of this, the opposite happened. Mariah became the center of the story. Every blog post, every tweet, every comment section turned into a microscope on her. Her choices, her silence, her next move. It's the cruel irony of fame. The more you want peace, the less peace you get. Still, many believe Mariah is handling it with grace. She hasn't gone on a rant, she hasn't dragged Thug online, and she hasn't exposed their private business. Instead, she's staying quiet, focusing on her art, and letting the world argue on her behalf. In today's age of oversharing, that kind of restraint speaks volumes. But make no mistake, the silence won't last forever. Every fan is waiting for that first big interview, that first live performance, or that first song drop where she finally addresses the pain. Because when an artist like Mariah gets her heart broken, it's not just her story anymore. It becomes everyone's soundtrack. And that's the cliffhanger we're left with. What will Mariah say when she finally breaks her silence? Now let's talk about young Thug himself, because this isn't just about romance, it's about reputation. Thug is currently fighting serious charges while behind bars, and the last thing he needs is another controversy. But the leaked prison call has done more than just hurt his relationship. It's painted him in a new light to the public, a light many are calling careless and self-destructive. Think about it. A man sitting in jail with his future hanging in the balance, still finding time to admit to cheating. To critics, this is proof that Thug is reckless, not only in his personal life, but also in his decision-making. To his diehard fans, though, it's just another example of him being too real and unfiltered. And that clash of opinions has turned into an all-out culture war online. The biggest question fans are asking is, who leaked the call? Prison calls are supposed to be monitored, yes, but they're also recorded, which means somewhere, someone had access to this conversation and deliberately put it out for the world to hear. Was it a slip-up from the system? Or was it intentionally leaked to tarnish his image even more? And if it was intentional, then Thug has more than one battle on his hands. Because not only is he fighting his legal case, but now he's fighting for control of his own narrative. Once the public hears your own voice confessing something, there's no way to spin it. No amount of PR can erase the sound of his admission. Mariah's fans are also asking a different question. If Thug cheated while locked up, what does that say about the way he valued her while he was free? If he couldn't stay loyal in the toughest season of his life, the season where she stood by him, then when would he ever have been loyal? It's a painful reality that many women can relate to, and that's why her story resonates so strongly. But here's the twist. Thug's apology has actually gained him some sympathy. For years, people have painted him as cold, hard, untouchable. But in this apology, fans saw vulnerability. They saw a man admitting he was wrong, begging for peace, and publicly uplifting a woman he hurt. For some, that was the first glimpse of humanity they've seen from him in a long time. That being said, not everyone's convinced. Skeptics argue that Thug's words were manipulative, designed to keep Mariah tied emotionally to him, even when she should be walking away. They point out how common it is for toxic relationships to cycle through betrayal, apology, forgiveness, and betrayal again. And they're warning Mariah not to fall into the same trap. Meanwhile, industry insiders are whispering about how this could affect Mariah's career long-term. Being linked to Thug has already placed her in the middle of one of the biggest criminal trials in hip-hop. Now, with a breakup, fans fear she'll be defined by her association with him instead of her own talent. The pressure is on for Mariah to carve out her own identity separate from Thug's shadow. But Mariah has always been an artist who thrives on honesty. If history is any clue, she'll use this heartbreak as fuel for her music. And when she does, fans expect her to shine brighter than ever. Because in R&B, pain isn't just pain. It's art. It's storytelling. It's legacy. And Mariah's next chapter could very well be the one that cements her as one of the greats. Still, the lingering question remains. Is this truly the end for Mariah and Thug? Or will the cycle repeat? After all, in hip-hop love stories, nothing is ever final. The apology might not heal the wound, but it might keep the door cracked open. And with millions watching, every move they make from here on out will either rebuild or completely destroy the little trust that's left. When fans talk about this breakup, one word keeps popping up over and over again: betrayal. People aren't just angry that Thug cheated. They're angry that he cheated on her. Mariah wasn't some casual girlfriend. She was the woman showing up to court, the woman defending him on interviews, the woman putting her own reputation on the line. To fans, that loyalty deserved protection, not humiliation. That's why the internet feels so invested. This isn't just about celebrities. It's about the deeper question of what happens when the person you love most proves they can't be trusted. People see themselves in Mariah's story. They've been the one who gave everything, only to find out it wasn't enough to stop betrayal. And watching her live that heartbreak publicly makes it hit even harder. On TikTok, the discourse has been intense. Clips of the prison call have been used as sound bites for relationship skits, with captions like, "When you hold him down just for him to cheat anyway." Others are posting emotional edits of Mariah, showing her in old interviews smiling about Thug, then cutting to the leaked audio as a gut punch. It's messy, dramatic, and impossible to escape. But if you zoom out, this is far from the first time we've seen a celebrity romance collapse under the weight of betrayal. Remember Beyoncé and Jay-Z's infamous Lemonade era? Or when Cardi B exposed Offset's cheating scandals? Each time the public turned heartbreak into a spectacle, and the women turned their pain into power. Fans are hoping Mariah will do the same. The comparisons to Beyoncé are especially strong. Just like Beyoncé, Mariah has the ability to take her pain and transform it into timeless music. Imagine her penning songs about betrayal, loyalty, and reclaiming her worth. Fans are already joking that Mariah's next album might be her Lemonade moment, the project that takes her from rising star to household name. But the other side of the coin is brutal. Because just like Beyoncé had to deal with the humiliation of Jay-Z's betrayal, Mariah is now living through memes, jokes, and trolls. And unlike Beyoncé, she doesn't yet have the same level of global respect to shield her from the ridicule. That's why her next moves are so critical. They could either silence the trolls or give them more fuel. Meanwhile, the word on the street is split. Some insiders claim Mariah is completely done, telling friends she's moving on and won't let herself get sucked back in. Others whisper that she still has feelings for Thug, and that his apology hit her harder than she's willing to admit. Love doesn't just disappear overnight, especially when it was that intense. Fans are even speculating about whether Thug's family and close circle will step in. Sometimes it's not just about the couple, it's about the people around them. Will those who love Mariah encourage her to leave for good? Or will those loyal to Thug push for forgiveness so he doesn't lose her support completely? The backstage politics of this breakup are just as juicy as the public drama. And here's where the cliffhanger deepens. What happens if Mariah does forgive him? Would her fans turn on her for taking him back? Would her music lose credibility if people think she's tolerating disrespect? Or would fans support her decision, arguing that love is complicated and forgiveness is human? Either way, it's a lose-lose situation in the court of public opinion. At the end of the day, though, this isn't just about fans or gossip blogs. It's about two people who loved each other in a complicated, messy world. And while Young Thug's apology might have been sincere, the truth is, sometimes love isn't enough to erase the damage done. That's the crossroads Mariah stands at right now. Rebuild with a man who hurt her, or walk into the unknown, alone but unbroken. As this chapter of Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug's story unfolds, one thing is clear. This isn't just about gossip. It's about loyalty, pain, and the way betrayal can shatter even the strongest-looking love. When Mariah stood by Thug, many saw her as proof that real love still exists. And now, as the truth unravels, those same fans are holding their breath to see how she rises from the ashes. The betrayal may have been personal, but the spotlight made it universal. Millions of fans feel invested, as if they themselves were cheated on. That's the power of celebrity romance. It reflects our own fears, our own mistakes, and sometimes our own heartbreaks. And for Mariah, that makes her both a victim of betrayal and a symbol of resilience. For Thug, the situation is far more complicated. His legal battles were already making headlines, and now his personal life is under just as much scrutiny. The leaked call didn't just cost him a relationship, it cost him a piece of his public image. Whether his apology was genuine or strategic, only time will tell. But either way, his name is now attached to a scandal that won't fade quickly. Some fans believe Thug's apology was the most human thing he's ever done, showing remorse, showing love, and acknowledging Mariah's innocence. Others, however, view it as manipulation, an attempt to keep her emotionally tethered to him despite his actions. And that debate, genuine remorse or toxic cycle, has become the very heart of this story. Mariah, on the other hand, is now standing at a career-defining moment. She has two choices. Let this breakup define her as the girl who stood by Thug, or let it fuel her artistry and redefine her as an R&B powerhouse in her own right. If her past music is any indication, heartbreak might just become her most powerful weapon. We've seen this story before. Beyoncé turned heartbreak into Lemonade. Adele turned divorce into record-breaking albums. Even SZA turned pain into cultural anthems. Mariah is at the doorway of that same transformation, and her fans are ready to support her as she channels her truth into timeless art. Still, no matter how strong she is, the scars of betrayal don't fade overnight. People close to her say she's focusing on herself right now, resting, writing, and keeping her circle tight. That silence might feel heavy, but it's also powerful. Because when she does finally speak, every word will matter. And when she finally sings about this, the world will be listening. So here's the lesson in all of this. Love can be beautiful, but it can also be brutal. Loyalty deserves loyalty in return. And no matter how big the stage or how famous the name, betrayal cuts just as deep. Mariah's story reminds us that even stars bleed, and that heartbreak, when handled with grace, can become the very thing that turns pain into power. As for Thug, his words, "I hope I haven't lost you forever," may echo in Mariah's heart. But for now, the world knows one thing. She has choices. She can walk away, reclaim her narrative, and shine brighter than ever. And maybe, just maybe, that's the ending she deserves. And with that, we'll wrap up this dramatic chapter. But trust me, this story is far from over. Whether Mariah drops a heartbreak anthem or Thug doubles down on his apologies, the next twist is only a headline away. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and stick around. Because the saga of Mariah and Thug is just getting started.